locked in. Focused all the way, man, I'm locked in. From the time I wake, I be locked in. I don't need no break. Okay. Let's play. Okay. Let's play. I say ain't nothing but my grind on my mind. See, we started with nothing, then we climb, then we gonna keep ducking till we finally shine. Indeed, I keep them ducking, baby, time after time. I say ain't nothing but my grind on my mind. See, we started with nothing, then we climb, then we gonna keep ducking till we finally shine. Indeed, I keep them ducking, baby, time after time. I said it's getting hotter out that flame I came. They try to stop me, straight up block me.
Come on in.
I've gained a newer way, pursue my race. Look, I don't cry no more. I just load up my mind and let my grind go show. Cause I'm locked in. Every single day I be locked in. Focused all the way, man, I'm locked in. From the time I wake, I be locked in.
What up, 3-piece Viz, Big Reg? Okay.
Let's play. Okay.
You locked in. Keep staying locked in. And
they'll know when I come for them. They don't know what I'm forming.
What's up, people? What's up?
you locked in. Keep staying locked
Start
in.
here shortly.
You locked in. Keep staying locked in. And
Appreciate you, B. Appreciate you.
you locked in. Keep staying locked in. And
What up, CC? What's good? Ravenville, what's good?
you locked in. Keep staying locked in. And
About to get this thing started. Okay. 13 seconds.
Let's play. Okay. Let's play.
What's good? Welcome back, everybody, to a special impromptu edition of Sip the Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to take a look at what it means for the guru, Ronnie Stanley, to be re-signed. The information came down shortly, and I'm sure, it's out and about unless you're under a rock or something like that, or you just have your notifications turned off. You know that Ronnie Stanley has been re-signed. Ronnie was a big question mark to whatever we were going to do for this upcoming free agency period and the draft. That's a big piece of the puzzle right there. Ronnie's a big piece of the puzzle. So a few shout outs before we get into it. Wolf of All Streets said the graphic of Ronnie is a fire coach. Hey, I'm learning. I got a guy that kind of showing me some stuff and teaching me some stuff, and when they find stuff, they let me know about it, and we all work on it together. So, you know who I'm talking about. So that one actually came out right. I did some funny ones that didn't come out right, but that one came out pretty good. So I appreciate you paying attention to that. What up, MJ? Appreciate you for coming through. Daniel Berry Sports, I appreciate you coming through as well. Shout out to B for gifting 5 subs already. 86 Ghosts, thank you. If you got a gifted sub from 86 Ghosts, please say thank you. That's Travis Rumple, Brian N, Terry W. No, not Terry W. Travis Rumple, Brian N, Agriel, Sirius, and CJ Latner. I appreciate it. Let's see, Big Cuz, what's good, Big Cuz? Big Reg in the building. 3-piece Viz, and let's talk about it. Big Cuz also says great news. Davon said the purple Kool-Aid is necessary. I actually left my cup in the living room because it has been flowing today, Davon. I actually left my cup in the living room because it has been flowing. First day of spring break, and I'm just gonna chill. I'll start doing other stuff later. But let's talk about this, and we ain't gonna keep you long because I know it's a Saturday night. Most of y'all probably finna get out and about and do y'all things, but let's get into it. Like Antonio said, first domino was placed. That's it. That's it. So with that being said, let's dive into it. Let me get my situation straight over here. And there we go. From Diana Rossini. The Ravens and Ronnie Stanley are in agreement on a 3-year, $60 million extension with $44 million guaranteed at signing per source. Kim Malley, I guess how you say it, or Maley, I don't know how to pronounce it. I hope I didn't destroy it, of Rock Nation negotiated the deal. Baltimore takes one of the top pending free agents off the board and keeps their own. Re-signing Ronnie Stanley was massive, and I know the price went up. This is what happens when you, well, for on Ronnie's side, when you bet on yourself and you win. He betted on himself, and he's coming up big for it, which will probably be his last big contract. And simple math says this is three years, $20 million a year. But we know the way they make numbers go, that it ain't just that simple. So I don't know the back end of it, of how it's going to affect us this year, then next year, and then last year is probably super loaded, but we'll see. But simple math says this is $20 million a year, and we'll leave it at that for the time being until we get some different things going on. So it's a key piece. So with that being said, we know that he's re-signed. What does that mean for the strategy going forward, whether that be in free agency and or draft? I'd be interesting to know, because I mean we got like $12 million in cap space right now, so this signing is definitely going to eat into some of that. I haven't heard of any restructures or anything like that. Oh, I guess I asked and I shall receive. I guess, well, so appreciate it. Cup, Davon, cup ain't empty no more, buddy. The cup ain't empty no more, Davon. Look at that. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. The finest of the purple Kool-Aids. Now, where was I? That's good too. Hold on, one more time. Hold on. Shout out to Jane Doe. Jane Doe coming through. Now, back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I let them understand. Y'all know what song that is. You old heads know what song that is. But again, back to Diana Rossini, her tweet going with Ronnie's post. Ronnie's here, but what does this mean for the team going forward? Now, let's take a look at that, because we're not going to be here long. Definitely that. All right, so let's take a look at this. So Ronnie's back. And so on that front line, you have Ronnie Stanley. And I took this from Cole a long time ago. He knows I got it, so don't try to go tell on me. He already know I got it. I asked for permission 2-3 weeks ago when I used it the first time. So don't, if you snitching, get stitches. But anyway, Ronnie's back. You got Voorhees projected there. Linderbaum. Samac played a little guard in college, but I don't know if he's going to be in the competition. Falele, Rosengarten. Now, and we're not going to even talk about running back. We're just talking about O-line right now. That's why O-line, is up there, but O-line is what we want to focus on. Where do we go in the draft now? Where? So I'm going to throw some names out there for you. Jose say we still need two. Now, I made a tweet a while ago before this signing happened. A lot of people saying we need two guards. Now, I don't disagree that we need two guards, but keeping it a buck, they love Falele. They do. It's evident in things that they say about him, and he's not going anywhere. So, I'm just not going to waste headspace on thinking they're going to replace him. And I'm not going to, this ain't one of the things where I'm going to just speak it into existence because it ain't going to, like, and he got a Pro Bowl thing on his belt too. That's their project, that's their baby, and they going to see it through. So left guard is a legit option. You got Voorhees there. You probably want to draft somebody. You can draft a tackle that, has the ability to move inside. But what I want to do is just throw some potential names of guards and or tackles that we can realistically get, and or talk about some edge guys that we can pick at 27, because this changes everything. In my mind, initially at 27, it almost had to be offense unless one of those premier edge rushers were there. And at 27 is highly unlikely that a premier edge rusher will be there. So now with Ronnie re-signed, and honestly, you technically, if you throw Voorhees in there, you could have 5 starters back because Voorhees started the year. So technically you could have 5 starters back if you throw Voorhees in there. And I think they like that. I do. I think they like that. That continuity. But let's I'm gonna throw some names out there at the left guard position. Well, at O-line position, and you guys tell me what you think about realistically getting those guys and having them to play for us. At 20, the O-line positions will be in general. They don't necessarily have to be at 27. But when I talk about the edge on the back end of it, the edge and or the corner will definitely be 27. So I'm going to throw some names out there for you, and let's see what you think about them. Let's see. I want to get me off. Where's my mouse? So I can bring this screen here so they can't see that. But I want to be able to see the chat. There it is. There it is. All right. So, O-line. We'll start with tackles. See, he'll be gone. Let me do it like this. I don't want to do it like that. There we go. So let's start looking in the 20s. All right, realistically, Kevin Banks Jr. Tackle from Texas. And I'll read what they say about him. Banks is an NFL caliber athlete at the tackle position whose movement skills and run blocking abilities give him the position versatility. That's what we like. He can play tackle and he can play guard. His lack of arm length would hinder him at offensive tackle. Hey, even sounds more like a guard now. But he projects as an impact starter at either tackle or guard. And that's Kevin Banks, Kevin Banks Jr., the tackle from Texas. PFF had him as the 11th rated tackle out of 643 in college. He had a 86.2 PFF grade, 935 snaps this year. Keep in mind, Texas played a lot more games than everybody else because they went on a deep run in the playoffs. So he played 935 snaps. Played 985 snaps in 2023. Reliable guy. Played a lot of snaps of football. A lot of snaps. So thumbs up or thumbs down on Kevin Banks Jr. All right, looking for my second lineman. All right, the next lineman, Gray Zabel from North Dakota State. 22 years old, 6'6", 305. He was the 6th ranked tackle out of 643. He was the 6th ranked tackle out of 643. Had a PFF grade of 90.4, 970 snaps. And what they had to say about him, Zabel is a 5-position lineman who brings everything but elite arm length to the position. Anytime they mention arm length, they're basically saying, hey, he probably a guard. Anytime you get arm length in the discussion, they're saying, hey, he's probably a guard. He's probably a guard in your system. That's what they're saying. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Because those thumbs, you guys dropping emojis, they should be popping up on the screen. Give me 1 second. Let me refresh this. 'Cause I want y'all to be able to participate in the streams too with y'all emojis. There it is. Emotes wall. I want y'all to be able to participate. Now let me drop some emotes and see if it worked now. We want the stream to be. Let's see. I dropped Lamar in here. See what Lamar do. See if it come up. Oh, there we go. Now I see some traction. All right, we back in business now. Now I see some traction. All right. Gray Zabel is the guy we were talking about. Position versatility. He's played all 5 positions at North Dakota State. The only issue I would have with Zabel is the level of competition, but he also held his own at the Senior Bowl as well. He held his own at the Senior Bowl. So, thumbs up, thumbs down on Gray Zabel. And those would probably be the first round guys that'll probably be there when we get to pick at 27. See if we can find one more offensive lineman that would be an option. So we said Kevin Banks Jr., Gray Zabel, and Josh Connolly. Josh Connolly is a tackle from Oregon, 23 years old, 6'4", 315. He was the 49th ranked tackle out of 643, and those other guys were ranked way higher. Zabel was 6th, and Banks was in the single digits as well. What they say about Connolly has very good movement skills for a player who also brings adequate size and plus length to the tackle position. His game can lack some anticipation and strength, but if he continues to improve in those areas, he holds the skill set to be a reliable NFL starter, one who can be impactful for zone blocking schemes. I just dropped the tweet earlier to piggyback off of, I think, something Jonah Schaefer said. We might as well just go ahead and propose and get on one knee to zone concept and leave counter and gap to the streets. Let counter and gap plays, they be for the streets. We go back and hit them every now and again, but your main thing need to be zone plays. That's what I think we should do. But thumbs up, thumbs down for Josh Connolly. Thumbs up, thumbs down for Josh Connolly. Oh, y'all already on it. See? Casino life, y'all already on it. I see you. I love it when we get in step and the plan come together. Now let's talk strictly for about 3 to 5 minutes on the first round pick because let me see. Let me go back and say this before I go. Zabel will be a first round option. Connolly probably would not. Then there's a bunch of guys on down the line that could be second and third round options. A bunch of guys. Tyler Booker, for one, is a guy that I like. And he's strictly a guard. He played guard in college. I really like Tyler Booker's film as well. Asante Essery I like from Minnesota. Not a first round pick. Who else? I think it was one more that I really liked. He's going to be a first round pick. I was thinking about the other tackle from Ohio State. But Donovan Jackson. Donovan Jackson is a guy I like too from Ohio State. Him and I think Williams is the other guy. But let's go straight to pick 27. And it's looking like it's probably going to be edge, so get your mind right. It's probably going to be edge.
Donations.
Let's see what Marco said. Let's see what Marco got for us. I don't know why I didn't have it up. Coming in just a minute, Marco. Just a minute. All right, Marco G dropped 3, and it was 4. He said the Ravens should go after Kupp or Devontae Adams in free agency, then load up in the trenches on both sides in the draft. And then also make sure they get a restraining order for Stevens so he is nowhere near the team next season. Hey.
Bruh.
Come on now. Get a restraining order on Stevens. Hey, it makes sense. Everybody hate that man. I don't hate him. He tried to change his strategy from playing the ball to playing the person, and it just didn't work out for him. He kind of in the boat with one of my favorite former Ravens. Y'all know who it is. I ain't gonna call no names or whatnot. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. He in that same boat with him. Just didn't work out for him. But pick 27. So you got me off track. But I appreciate the 3, Marco. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. 27. All right, this is what we're going to be kind of looking at. And I'm going to give you about 5 names, and we want thumbs up, thumbs down on these names. What up, Hendo? Appreciate you for popping through. Appreciate it. Appreciate you for coming through. Hey, let me see. Whoever that was mentioned the thumbnail in the beginning. This is the guy that's teaching me right here. This guy right here. That's my guy. That's who's teaching me and making me try new stuff and do different things. Appreciate you, big dog. But back to the lecture. Walter Nolan, interior defensive lineman from Ole Miss. I don't know if Ricard is gone or not, Eric. I don't think so. I'm not sure. But Walter Nolan. Thumbs up, thumbs down on Walter Nolan. Interior defensive lineman from Ole Miss. He was the 8th ranked defensive lineman, interior defensive lineman out of 895. Says Nolan isn't the most polished interior defender, but he might be among the most physically gifted. If he continues to grow in his pre-snap playing and his hand usage, he can be an impactful, versatile defensive tackle with a high floor due to his strength in the run defense. So Walter Nolan is an option. Go to my top of my page. Next is a guy this is a controversial guy right here. This next one. This guy is real controversial. You either love him or you hate him because he reminds you of somebody that we already have. That is Shamar Stewart. 6'6", 290. He was the 93rd ranked edge out of 869. It says Stewart is a scheme versatile, high potential athlete. Red flag. Scheme versatile, high potential athlete who is still working on winning his reps with technique and discipline as much as his athletic ability. His lack of production throughout his college career speaks for the lack of refinement in his game, but he is built like a future NFL player and should be a day 2 pick because of it. Everybody's saying Shamar's going first round. He reminds me too much of Owe. Too much of Owe. Like, that lack of production means something to me. It really does. It really does. It really does. Next guy, Nick Scorton, who is his teammate, his Shamar Stewart's teammate. Scorton brings an alluring combination of overall size and pass rush move to the edge spot, which gives him ideal versatility for a 3-4 or 4-3 fronts. However, he does have some length and flexibility limitations. In his current state, he feels like a player who can disrupt and amass pressure, but won't be a high sack count rusher. We don't need that. He was 82nd out of 869. We don't need that. So 27 is going to be real interesting. Shamar tape is different, though. C-Mac, I agree with you on that. Shamar's tape is different. His tape is completely different from Owe's. I will agree with you on that one. I will agree. Definitely agree. At 27, I honestly think with the re-signing of Ronnie, if one of the offensive linemen that you really, really like is not there, I think it opens up to go BPA. I like Donovan as well, but I don't know if he would go that high. I do like Donovan. Let's see what they say about Donovan. Let me find Donovan and see what they say about him. Because I really like him. Where's Donovan? Donovan Jackson. Let me just go to my edges then. Do it like that since they don't want to give me what I need. Here we go. Oh, they got Donovan going way high. That's why I didn't see him. They got him ranked higher than I expected. So Donovan could be an issue too. 21 years old, 6'2", 247. a 90 PFF grade, 17th ranked edge out of 869. It says as a Raku, I hope I'm saying it right, is a smaller outside linebacker type edge rusher who can struggle with power aspects of the game. Because he's a smaller guy, you know, he's more shifty than power, but he does have power. Don't be fooled by just being 6'2", 245. He does have power too. However, his quick, smooth style paired with high football IQ and some very nice bend make him an ideal 3-4 pass rush edge. And he can also do that drop stuff that we haven't really had an edge do since Bowser left. That's what I love about Donovan. He can rush the passer. He can play the run. Now, the run will be his, out of his three main traits, the run will be his weakest. But he can rush the passer. He can drop in the pass coverages when we do those simulated pressures. And he can play the run. He just, if you get one of those massive tackles on him, he might have an issue getting off of him because of his size. Might have an issue get off of him because of his size. But those are names that I really see us going after at pick 27. You know, we got offensive line options, and they don't have to be in the first round now. Resigning Ronnie means our offensive line options don't have to be in the first round. We can go another direction and do something different. So, and really just to reiterate, you know, what started this, we re-signed Ronnie. Basically, you know, simple math is 3-year deal, $20 million a year, but I know the numbers are finagled to where it probably ain't $20 million each year. So with that being said, for those that are here, go ahead and tap that like button. Adisa is still on the team. Yes, Adisa is still on the team. Oh, before we get out of here, hold on. Before we get out of here, let me ask you this question. Before we get out of here. How do you guys feel about Nick Emenwari? I'm asking the chat, and if you're watching this on the replay, how do you guys feel about Nick Emenwari? I would be bothered if he was picked up at 27. If we picked him at number 27, I would be really bothered by that. His tape did not match his combine performance to me. Now, does that mean he's not going to have a successful career? That don't mean that. But I'm just saying from somebody just dropped the perfect word. Ed just dropped the perfect word. Combine warrior. That's what I feel about him. His numbers look good when you go look up his stats. 6'2", I think, something, 220. Ran a 4.3. But you don't see that type of athlete when you watch the film. His play speed is not that good. He's not as explosive making tackles. He just, when you see a guy that has those numbers and you go to watch the tape on him, you expect to see him jump off the screen and the things that he do pop in your face and be like, oh, that's him? Or you expect it to be like, oh, let me run that back. Oh. I was watching that film like, man, he didn't get in on that. Man, he could have did it. I said, maybe this is just one game. So I watched another one, and it was more of a, he should have made. I mean, he made a couple plays on his interceptions, but it wasn't enough for him. He didn't jump off the page for me. Like, I'm going to tell you who jumps off the page for me. And I know nobody's probably going to this guy probably is going to be an undrafted free agent. But every time I watch LSU or somebody playing against LSU, that darn Lacey jump off the picture. And I ain't even looking for Lacey because I know Lacey's the biggest red flag among red flags. Lacey's red flag is like that American flag that be covering the field. But he jumps off the page every time I watch LSU, whether it be for offensive linemen or whether I watch somebody on defense that's playing against LSU. And that's what I expected Nick Emenwari to do, to jump off the screen to me. And he didn't do that. He didn't do that at all. So him at I understand. I understand. Him at 27, it don't do it for me. Now if for some reason he get a gas mask on draft day and he fall to the second or third round, hey, that's different. But at 27, nah, let's not do it. Let's not do it at all. But the reason we're here is to celebrate Ronnie being here. My bad. Reason we're here to celebrate Ronnie re-signing, and really just want to let you guys know that is the first domino in the free agency and draft puzzle. Now, 2-3 O-linemen, they're not necessarily a must, and you can get somebody that can have position flexibility like Banks and who was the other guy? Connerly and Zabel, especially Zabel, because Zabel's played every position on the line. But that's what we got, man. Reiner re-signed 3 years, $60 million, and that's where we at, man. So I told y'all we're gonna keep you long, man. Y'all can enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday night. It's 8 o'clock. That's exactly what time I wanted to get out of here. I appreciate you guys for coming out. Like the video if you have not liked the video. Subscribe if you're new. All the new members, say thank you to Bazel for hooking you up. And who dropped that super chat? Not Malik. Somebody dropped 3. Who was that? Marco G dropped 3, so I appreciate that as well. And all the new members are Travis Rumpel, Brian N, Ariel, or how you say, I'm sorry if I mispronounce it, Sirius, and CJ Ladner. And on that note, man, enjoy y'all Saturday night. Peace and love, and we gonna be out here because we locked in.
Okay, I'm locked in. Every single day I be locked in. Focused all the way, man, I'm locked in. From the time I wake, I be locked in. I don't need no break. Okay. Let's play. Okay. I say ain't nothing but my grind on my mind. See, we started with nothing, then we climb, then we gonna keep bucking till we finally shine. Indeed, I keep them ducking, baby.
Peace, y'all. I'm out.